You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey GH fans, it's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and there is exciting stuff ahead now that it's been officially confirmed that Jason Morgan is coming back to Port Charles. I anticipate Steve Burton will have his first air date during February sweeps, which runs from the first to the last day of February 2024. And one thing I wonder is whether he might turn out to be Dex Heller's biological father. Let's talk about whether General Hospital might twist it that way. But first, please subscribe if you've not already. And now let's talk about if it's possible the Dex and Jason have a biological tie. You know, ever since Dex Heller came to town, everyone's been curious about his backstory. And now it's clear that Evan Hofer is sticking around. So fans want to know more about Dex's family and his painful past. You may recall he lived in an abusive and a neglectful home. He did not have a very good childhood. And Dex just told Josslyn Jacks over the holidays that he never celebrated Christmas properly before, that it was always just a miserable experience. That was the day he talked about how his dad was always running around and cheating, and his mom knew it. She did nothing. She stayed in an unhappy situation anyway. He said his brothers were all just like his dad and would bully him and beat him up. And Dex told Joss that he couldn't wait to get away from all of them. And he joined the military the day that he graduated high school and never looked back. He does not like his family at all. He did say they put up a Christmas tree every year, but said it was like a sad thing, not a happy event at all, because just everything was miserable in his home. So I definitely think Dex needs a better future because his past was so bad and so sad. Now, I'm not saying finding out Jason Morgan is his father would make it better, but it could. I mean, it can't erase the past, but it could give him a better future. And there have been plenty of occasions when Jason was out of Port Charles long enough to have made a baby with a woman, someone we don't know. So, you know, Dex's mom might have slept with Jason, just a one-night stand to get revenge on her cheating husband, and never saw him again. And maybe her husband figured out Dex was not his kid, and that's why Dex took abuse from him and his brothers. Remember, Dex said that his brothers were all like his dad, which implies he was not, which to me could be a little hint that maybe there's some more DNA in the mix. Or Jason might be Dex's daddy and somebody else was his biological mother, and maybe Dex's parents wound up adopting him but just didn't tell him. I lean more towards maybe Jason impregnating Dex's mother, not knowing that she was married, stuff like that. Of course, it's a possibility that we will never meet Dex's parents that we've heard about, or any biological parents if they're different people. But the chatter between Josslyn and Dex at Christmas had me thinking there's more to it and that we're going to meet some of Dex's family. Hopefully not the bad ones. And we know Steve Burton started filming in January. That means that he and his agent and probably his lawyer were in talks with the powers that be at GH for a while before that. Hammering out the terms of a contract and getting it signed is a process of a couple of months, you know, at least. So they might have already had Jason Morgan's return in mind, and they were just, you know, putting the fine print on everything when they wrote those Christmas scenes for Josslyn and Dex. So all that has me thinking that Jason is possibly going to be revealed as Dex's biological father. There's no real reason that Jason being Dex's dad would mess up any storylines. In fact, I think it could actually enhance them. A lot of people think that Dex is Josslyn's version of Jason for Carly, a mob muscle guy to show, you know, like mother, like daughter kind of thing, that they're both, drawn to dangerous men. And since Joss isn't related to Jason, then Jason and Dex being father and son wouldn't mess up anything there. Of course, Jason's got a couple of other kids in town. There's Danny Morgan and there's Jake Weber, but him also being Dex's dad wouldn't mess up anything with them. And it likewise shouldn't cause any trouble, not really, with either of Jason's baby mamas, Sam McCall and Elizabeth Weber. In fact, both of these women already know Dex. Sam likes him okay. I will say Liz, not so much. But that's because Liz has had to chase him out of General Hospital when he kept hanging around and stalking Austin to try and get the truth about who he was working with connected to the whole Ava and Pikeman thing. So if it does come out that Dex is Jason's son, it could definitely cause some issues between Jason and Sonny Corinthos once Stone Cold is back in Port Chuck. So I just don't think Jason would want his son working for Sonny, being in a mobbed up line of work. And there is a leak that says Michael may confess to Sonny that Dex was working for him to target his dad and get proof to take to the feds. I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not. It seems like a long shot. Like Michael may not want to provoke his dad any further right now after the fact that just came out that he was sitting on that SEC secret. But if it doesn't come out now, it might come out once Jason Morgan is back and if indeed Dex Heller is his biological son. We'll just have to wait and see, but I'm guessing we're going to get plenty more spoilers about how Jason will return, what his initial storylines will be, and I wouldn't expect anything about Dex and Jason being possibly his father to come up straight away. There's the mystery of how and where Jason will be found alive and who finds him to deal with first and foremost. So wait to see. There's definitely plenty of storylines to pursue when Jason is back, and maybe one of them involves Dex. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Definitely comment, and please come back soon. We're here talking General Hospital 7 days a week. And as always, this is Belinda from Soap Dirt. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.